Hi, welcome to Abdur Instructor, and I hope you are well. Let's talk about your ADI Part 2 test, the driving test to become a driving instructor. Let's start the lesson. So your ADI Part 2 test, it will last for an hour. So you'll have to drive for an hour, and in that hour, you are only allowed 6 driver faults or minor faults. Remember, you are becoming a driving instructor, so you're not a learner. Learners are allowed 15 driver faults or minor faults, but you are becoming a driving instructor, which means you will be tested in high level of driving. You'll have to show high standard of driving, and you are only allowed 6 driver faults or minor faults. And like I said, you'll be driving for an hour. Now, for you to prepare for the test, you've been driving for a while, so make sure you get rid of all the bad habits that you have. Maybe you're not checking in the mirrors. Maybe you don't check the blind spot anymore. Maybe the rules in roundabouts, you forgot which lane you need, when to signal. You're not looking on your right early enough, changing gear in the wrong time, putting the clutch down for no reason. You are coasting. So these are the habits you probably will have. And for you to make sure that you don't have those problems, is best you have some trainings with an ADI, take some lessons with an ADI, with a driving instructor, or like you could take an online course which gives you everything you need for you to train yourself. So you look at the course, what you need for you to prepare for you to become a driving instructor, and you just go out and train yourself in your own car. You don't need anyone with you. If you go the course, you know what to do. You know what it takes for you to become a driving instructor. You just go out and train yourself. So for you to prepare, have some lesson with an ADI, with a driving instructor, or take an online course and prepare yourself. Go and train by yourself. If you need extra help on training for your ADI Part 2, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything you need for you to train yourself to master your driving and for you to pass your ADI Part 2. The course has more than 30 videos giving you everything you need for you to train, for you to master your driving, so that you fully prepare yourself for you to become a driver, a good, safe driver, and that you prepare yourself for you to pass your ADI Part 2. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Next is make sure you have the mindset that you are ready to take the test. So before you go to your test, make sure you are fully ready and you are happy mentally that you are ready. Don't just go to the test thinking that if I just pass, it's okay. No, don't just go. Be prepared mentally, that you are happy mentally, that you are happy that you can pass the test. If you feel that you're not ready, you're not going to pass, then you're right. You will fail the test. You need to feel that you are ready, and having the mindset that you are ready for the test, you will pass the test. If you go and fail, that's another matter. You could go back again and do it. But that's not the point. The point is you need to feel ready. You need to be ready mentally before you go to the test. Once you go to the test, if you go and you fail, that's not a problem. The problem is if you feel you're not ready, you will fail before you even go to the test. So make sure you are mentally you are ready. Your mindset is that you are prepared and you will pass the test. You believe that you can do it. It's the belief will help you to pass. Just training and knowing everything what you need to do in the test is not enough unless you are ready. Because if you just train yourself for the test and you don't believe that you can, mentally you're not strong, you're not going to pass, are you? Because if that was the case, then everyone would pass. Why are there many? There are many who fails. Why? Are you telling me that they're not ready? Of course they are ready before they go to the test. The reason they fail is because either they're nervous, they're anxious, they can't control their nerves. Mentally, they're not strong. They don't believe they can, and that's why they fail. So prepare yourself, train yourself, and mentally be strong and know that you will pass the test. Know that you can pass the test. More believe that you can. It's the belief will help you to pass the test. Okay? So train and mentally believe that you can. When you're doing the test, while you are doing the test, you will make mistakes. If you do make a mistake, what does that mean? Does that mean you failed? Because many, they make a mistake and they give up and they fail. Remember, when you make a mistake, how do you know that's a fail? How do you know that? You know the examiner. You don't know whether you passed or you failed for that mistake that you've made. Maybe that's not a problem. Maybe that's only a minor fault. You don't know that. That's not your job to make that call. You know the examiner. Your job is to do and give your best shot. Do your best driving. Give your best version of your driving. If you make a mistake, it's okay. What do you think the examiner is looking for? He or she, the examiner is looking for how do you correct that. Remember, they love to see if you make a mistake, as long as it is not something serious, they will pass you as long as you correct that mistake. So say you are doing a parallel parking or a bay parking and you couldn't do it in one go. As long as you check all round, you go forward, come back and correct, that is perfectly okay in the test. In the bay, maybe you're not in the bay. Do you have to do it in one go? No. You came into the bay and it's on the line. Maybe you open the door and you checked and it's not in the bay. What are you going to do? Prepare your car, look around if it's safe, go forward, look around, come back. You corrected it, perfectly okay. Many, they make a mistake and they give up. And then at the end, they realize they didn't fail for that. They failed something after. By then, they gave up and that's why they made that mistake again. So remember, making a mistake is not a problem. It is not that you failed. As long as you take the right action and you correct, you'll be okay. This is what the examiner is looking for. He made a mistake. Let's see if you could correct it. Let's see if you take the right action to correct. Because that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to be teaching your learners. When they make a mistake, what should they do? They should correct the mistake. As long as they correct, it's fine. For example, you as a driver, if you're driving and you go somewhere and then you park your car and it's not parked properly, you couldn't do it in one go. What are you going to do? You're just going to leave your car there? You're going to correct it, isn't it? And that's what the examiner want to see. If you make a mistake, do you correct? Can you correct it correctly? Do you take the right action to correct? If you do, it's not a problem. And on that, let me remind you, never give up. Like I said, if you make a mistake, don't give up. Don't think that you failed. Giving up is silly, is stupid. Like I said, mistake, you don't know whether that's pass or fail. So if you make a mistake, don't give up. Correct and carry on. Give even more better. Drive even more better. And at the end, you'll realize you passed. That wasn't the reason why you failed. Okay? Like I said, you're not the examiner, so it is not your job to make that call. Your job is to drive, so just drive. Drive your best and go to the end and see what happens. And one of the way to stay calm and keep the nervous away from your mind is to believe that you can, and if something happens, never give up and think that if I fail, it's not a problem. That kind of mentality will help you pass. If you think that you have to pass, if I don't, the world is going to finish, then you will fail because you're putting too much pressure to your mind. You have to believe that if I fail, I fail. I could always go back and do the test again. That kind of mentality will take away the pressure of your mind. You cannot put your mind under pressure by thinking that I have to pass. Who said you have to pass? You don't have to pass. If you fail, you fail. It means that it's just delayed for you to get a license. Go back and do the test and you will pass. That kind of mentality will help you to take the nervous away from your mind. Remember, it doesn't matter how much you are ready, how much trainings you've done. If you're nervous on the day, you probably will fail. So you have to learn to control your nerve. And one of the way you control is to think that if I fail, I fail. That will take away the pressure of your mind. You will feel less nervous. Little nervous is okay. It's going to make you think better. It's not a problem, little nervous, but you don't want to be over nervous because that's going to kill you. That's going to make your mind blank and you're going to do a lot of silly mistakes. So believe you can. Never give up if something happens and just do your best. Keep going, whatever happens. And at the end, hopefully, you've passed. If you need extra help on training for your ADI Part 2, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything you need for you to train yourself to master your driving and for you to pass your ADI Part 2. The course has more than 30 videos giving you everything you need for you to train, for you to master your driving, so that you fully prepare yourself for you to become a driver, a good, safe driver, and that you prepare yourself for you to pass your ADA Part 2. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. I hope this helps, and I truly wish you all the best on your test. I hope you pass your ADA Part 2 and your Part 3, and hope you become a great driving instructor. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.